When we're trying to improve health using a new drug or technique, we need to look at the best available evidence. So where do we find it? Let's take a look at what we call the hierarchy of evidence. The highest single studies are randomized clinical trials, considered the strongest type of evidence. But we know that clinical trials don't always give us what we need. It's possible to use a good trial methodology, yet misinterpret the result.
Take the example of streptomycin when it was tested as a cure for tuberculosis. The first randomised trial, which lasted 6 months, showed enormous improvement. However, many patients then relapsed because of drug resistance, meaning that after 5 years there was no significant survival benefit. The initial trial was performed well, but it didn't tell researchers about effectiveness in the long run. This problem was overcome by giving patients another drug, PAS, in combination with streptomycin.
Further down the hierarchy, we see a range of other studies and evidence types. And right here at the bottom, test tube research, considered the weakest type of evidence. We believe that the pyramid isn't necessarily the best model to use. Different evidence types can help us in different ways to perform different tasks based on their strengths and weaknesses.
The streptomycin trial highlighted the difference between 2 different tasks. Finding out about short-term improvement and about long-term survival needed different strategies.
We need to bring various kinds of evidence together in the right way to support our decision-making. Trials and mechanisms are particularly useful because these 2 kinds of evidence reinforce one another. It's like builders using reinforced concrete. On their own, concrete and steel are both strong, but put them together and they're even stronger.
In the streptomycin case, no mistakes were made because the mechanisms of drug resistance were known.
It's only by using trials and mechanisms together that we can improve our clinical decision-making. EBM+, improving the way in which evidence-based medicine handles evidence and mechanisms. Visit ebmplus.org to find out more.